Welcome to Kamisha Reviews. We are talking about Puts a Ring on It. And the last thing we saw was LaShonda and Sean sitting there. And LaShonda made a decision that she wanted to go out with Pretty Boy. And Sean is struggling because he make little comments when she said, I'm going to go ahead and go out with him again, But I think for Sean this time, I think he is realizing that maybe I should take advantage of this situation. Maybe I should start getting to know Brittany. He felt like getting to know Brittany was putting your hand in hot water. I know that we could have some kind of rapport. We are very similar. But I've been so focused on LaRonda that I was not focused on my date. So he's going to go ahead and go out with Brittany. And when he said that, she was kind of like, see, I think that for her, she probably was thinking he's not going to go out with anybody. Well, I think he was like, look, if you're going to keep going on a date with this second dude, what do you call him, a linebacker, I'm about to go. Okay? The one thing Nicole was talking to two of them about, they both were doing the same thing in this episode, where they're both being negative, him more. But you saw a little bit of a jealousy there with her as well, but not so much that she's going to stop him from doing anything. But I'm telling you, I don't think she was expecting him to say that. Hold on, y'all, just a second. I do not think that she was expecting that. So, let's move on. Okay, well, I'm sorry. Not everybody's going to be going on dates. Some will begin to know themselves, and I thought it was a good idea for a couple of reasons, because I feel like that LaRonda and Sean are going out. Alexia is not finding anybody. She's irritated with this whole situation. So I felt like that her going to talk to them was a really, really good idea. I just think that 14 years, they have a lot going on over there. Okay. So Alexis is not going on a date with anybody. But Smoke is. He has chosen to go out with that young lady again. And when he said it, I was scared for him. I was like, Lord have mercy. When she asked him, "Were you gonna go out with her again?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, I mean, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm just telling you now, he is gonna say yes to go out with her again. And that part I didn't understand. Now, I did enjoy seeing Sean when he went on his date. The way they were matching each other's energies is just because the fact there's no distractions around them. What I think he's afraid of is getting to know somebody else that he may actually like that person. That's what I think that he is afraid of. But I do believe that Jessica, moving on to Jessica, and Eric, I really feel like that Eric is actually following the process. I feel like Jessica is too, but this kind of situation, I'm pretty sure things are coming out that they weren't expecting to happen. And I can actually understand that. That would make sense to me if you weren't expecting anything to happen, and then how do you deal with that? Okay, so now she's going on another date with Clarence. Wait, no, wait. Yes. She's going on a date with Clarence. And I don't think that Eric is jealous about her going on a date with Clarence, but it's a second date. So, of course, he's going to feel a little bit some type of way about it. I mean, anybody would. But Jessica and Erica, they seem pretty chill. I feel like because Alexis and Smoke have been together for such a long time, that their energy is like woo, compared to the energy was like woo. It's not like, but it's still early on the season. Nothing has really happened with them yet. So I'm saying that. Okay. Let's go ahead to back to Alexia and Darren. Now look, child, they were at the house, and baby, it was on like popcorn. They just started having a conversation, and then he busted out and said, "You ain't give me none of that." And she kind of looked at him like, "Okay." He said, "When we're in public, you all up on me. When we get to the house, and nothing. It's not enough. It's not enough intimacy." She made a statement saying that you go to your other place, and you say you're supposed to be home at 2 a.m. Next thing I know, it's 2 a.m. and 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. You're not even at the house. I don't know what you're doing. So when you come back to the house, you think I'm going to be like, "Oh, baby, I want to go ahead and..." No. I'll probably be like, "Nah, I'm good. Cover." It's like, bro, I don't know where you was at or what you doing. I do not want you coming home to me and bringing back or doing with whoever you're doing it with. He says he goes to the other condo or whatever. He finds peace there. I think a couple having two places to stay at is never a good fit, because whoever you're with is going to assume that you are doing something you should not be doing because they are not there. So I feel like having two condos or having whatever is crazy. Like she said, you'll give me a call and say, "I'm going to buy the Waffle House and pick up something to eat." And I don't know where you are. That's why she said she's not intimate with him. It's too many gaps in between, that gray area. She doesn't know what's going on. She feels like he's hiding stuff from her. Now, he made a point of saying stuff like, "Well, you have a lot of guy friends. The girl is in sport. The woman was in sports. She played basketball for years. So, yes, there are going to be guy friends involved. I remember playing sports. I always had dudes that was friends. My sister, same thing. She always had, friends that was in sports, and they were guys." Now, he says whenever she accuses him of being, not faithful, it hurts his feelings. I understand that too. But he needs to understand when she's communicating with him and she's saying to him, "This is why I feel this way," he should listen. Now, he's talking about pictures on Instagram. Pictures on Instagram, I swear, could be a ruin to any couple. So somebody heart your girl's picture. She ain't with the dude. She ain't hanging out with him. It's a heart on a picture. I'm not saying that I don't understand why a person feels type of way if they see a heart on it's still a heart. It's, I like the picture. Maybe he thinks she looked great in that picture. Who knows? But wouldn't compare a heart and a picture where a gap in between 3 or 4 or 2 in the morning and she don't know where you are. So they're having a discussion. They're kind of getting into a very, very heated argument about it. She is over it. She's over everything. He is irritated. It's just not good. They get louder and louder. Dr. Nicole ends up coming over and trying to talk to them and figure out what is going on here. Dr. Nicole comes in and, like she says, she paints a picture. She literally paints a picture because she has them have them communicate a lot better, which means this. He ended up going back and showing her, like, this is where I was. This is what I was doing. This is what was happening. But see, sometimes with men, they will not communicate that. It'll be just like, I don't know where he is or what he's doing, where he's at, or nothing. But if she is getting communication, pictures, timeline, not saying that he got to give, I don't feel like a man should give a whole itinerary. Okay, at 2:05, I was at the door. At 2:10, we were meeting with the managers. At 2:30, I was I'm not saying that. But if you tell your girl or your dude, because it go both ways, "Hey, baby, I'm going to go to pick up some for us to eat at Waffle House about 3 o'clock, and I'll be home after." It's 2:30 a.m. It shouldn't be 5 a.m. and they got to text you where you at. Do you see what I'm saying? It should be like, "Baby, I got caught up. because you know, if you get into a place where you're like by yourself and you're just chilling and you're enjoying your ambiance and you're just chilling, you're by yourself, you should communicate that to your partner, because you can get caught up within just being by yourself, listening to music or just relaxing or whatever it is. If you don't say anything, that gap can ruin marriages. It can ruin relationships. Communication is the key. I like how Dr. Nicole breaks it down, because when she said paint a picture, she is not lying, because your picture and what you're thinking is not really what's happening. So I think she's super smart. Telling somebody what's actually happening opposed to what you think is happening. Yes. Yes. That's gold to me. And that's the way it should be. That's part of the problem, I feel like. Okay, let's bring. Well, no, let me keep them up here. So he goes out on his date with Kai. I'm not gonna talk about Kai and drag her, at least not yet. Sometimes our comments are annoying, and I'm a reason why I say it. Asking questions like, if she told you you couldn't go out with me, would you? It's like you really want to push that envelope, even though you know he's with somebody, but you want to push that envelope as much as you can to take this man away from this woman. I will leave that there. So, there, because I don't want to. Oh, the comment she made, if I wanted to take him from her, if I wanted to, or something like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I understand you're single. I understand you can date who you want to date, and he's choosing to be there with you. I understand that. But that statement that she made talking about, if I wanted to take him, don't do that. No, that's not cute, baby. I'm sorry. It's not cute. It's not. I'm not saying that she's doing anything wrong. She's single and she's on a process. He wanted to go out with her. Nothing is wrong with what she's doing. Just the comments. Now they're competing with each other, doing the, what do you call it? The what do you call those cars? Race cars or whatever. Looks like a fun date, honestly. So they're sitting there talking about Alexis. I'm trying to understand why. They're saying she's so focused on her. Why are they talking about? I mean, she's focused on him. Why are they talking about her? Okay. He's saying you fit a description of women that I like. When it comes to Blue. When it comes to Smoke and Kai, he talks about her like she's everything. So, like what he said before, Alexis was threatened by her. Like, you don't do that. The one thing that you don't do as a man is talk about your woman in a negative way to another woman. But one thing I did like that she admitted, she said the way that Darian talks about Alexis, I can tell that he is in love with her. Yes, I feel the same way. Now, do I feel that being with somebody for 14 years and not really being out with somebody else, and for the first time going out with somebody like this, and your woman knows about it, and you're just being yourself, being free, it can be a bit of fresh air. I'm being honest. That's for anything. That's what they call it, new booty or new whatever. I'm just saying, anything new, fresh, or whatever, yeah, it's gonna be nice and great, but it's a short time. You may not feel that way about Kai a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year from now, because you know all the ins and outs about Alexis. Y'all have gotten to know each other. Now, Kai's talking about her business, her children, how being a mother is important. The things that she's saying, the quality about herself were great, positive, you know. I feel like he's getting closer to Kai. She has a really pretty smile. And she's like talking about, let's go to Six Flags and all these things. And, you know, they're getting very close. Not as close as he is with Alexis, obviously, but they are. Okay? All right. Now, Miss Brittany is in the studio doing her thing, okay? And he's listening and watching her do her thing, watching her do her work. Even though I feel like that he just went there really quick, The shortest date I've ever seen. He went there really quick, but he didn't want to stay for too long because he was liking her. She wrote an original song for him. The women on this season lay in the thick. I'm talking about the dates. The dates. Come through with the braids, Brittany. Looking cute. Looking cute. So she's doing her thing and she's working in the studio, and he gets to see her in her office. They're both entertainment. And I felt like even in this conversation, the more that they spoke to each other, I felt like he was getting closer to her. He didn't really mention his baby as he normally does on their dates. I felt like, that's why he was saying they call it stepping into the lion's den, because I really believe he was starting to like different parts of her, things that she was saying that he may not feel he's getting in the relationship that he is in right now. I think every guy always asks a woman, why are you single? And part of her reason why she was single is because people look at her career as a hobby and not a career. And for him, that just resonated with him. Not saying that I think LaRonda, from what they both say, are very supportive, but he just speaking as being entertainment. He probably gets that a lot in his life. Your woman that supports you at home, if y'all have the same type of battle and stuff like that, for a relationship, that's everything. Your relationship, that's home. That's somewhere you can go back to have those deep conversations with, or bounce ideas, or even vent to. So I feel like that he is actually trying to make a go at it, partly because his woman is making a go at it, okay, with Mr. Sir. So I think that he's trying to do the same thing, trying to explore. But again, I do feel like that he doesn't want to get too into it, because I think he looked at it like he wants to go home, because I feel like, you know what, because even when he said, so don't you have some songs to finish, that was his cue to say I want to leave. I don't know what to say about it. He said, look, it's time for me to go. We getting too close, baby. I'm liking you a little bit too much, okay? Now, one thing, I'm going to go and say it. When Miss Jessica went out on her date, okay? Let's say that this man is fine. I should have pictured him up here, just his body alone. That man was just... But I like what he was saying to her, and I think that a lot of things that he said resonated with her. He really was trying to get to know her. He really wanted to get to know her, see what she was about in her head and in her heart. I think he said he used to be married or used to be in a relationship with somebody, but she was cheating and stuff like that. But the thing about it with Jessica, like she said, she likes to turn up and have fun. So she ended up not going on a second date with Charles. She didn't. So when they all talked to Dr. Nicole, and Dr. Nicole broke it down for each couple about how they're doing, they all express themselves or whatever, I want to come back here, because these two seem to be moving a little bit along over here, these two couples. Well, Mr. and Mrs. 14 years, when he said, I want to go out with Kai again, baby, let me tell you what kind of G-like style Alexis did it. She said, move your feet. Baby, when she got up and was like, look. I was like, girl, no. I said, girl, I would have been gone too. I wouldn't care if a camera was rolling. I would have left. I'd be like, deuces. Y'all in a relationship? I'm out. You don't need me here. Why am I here? Y'all in a relationship? This was the third, fourth date? I'm gone. So. And then when he came outside, I was like, I know he didn't ask you, what is it with you and this girl? What is with you and this girl? First of all, child, you going out with her for the third or fourth time. The question should be, what is it with you and this girl? So the next episode, they're gonna probably conclude with her walking out, because she did walk out the session, to figure out why did she walk out. Another thing is Jessica, when she was working out with Charles, he would say stuff. He wasn't like vulgar with it. He might say something like, why don't you do deadlifts this way? It's a better view. Now, I mean, he could have just said, I don't do your deadlifts so I can see that butt. But that's not the way he is. He's a gentleman. Nothing wrong with that. But Jessica said she wanted somebody. She said she has fun with her man. Now, I don't know what to say about these two. This is one of my couples. I'm like, but I do think that she's enjoying her date. She enjoyed her date. The bowling alley. They had a good time. And see, LaRonda, I'm trying. You guys did look good together. I was like, I don't want them to look good together, but they did look good together, and they were having a good time, and it was nothing extra crazy. They were just on a date, and they were having a good time. Okay? I don't know. I got a feeling he's gonna start exploring too, which he should be. Do the process. The process will bring you guys back together anyway. And you guys will appreciate each other more. Now, as for the OGs, I do not know what is going to happen, because Alexis do not play. And when she walked out, I was like, ooh, snap. I don't know. Because it was the things how he responded, about the way he spoke about Kai, like she was just everything. And that's a problem for any woman. So we'll see what happens next time the show comes back on. I'll bring my review back, but that was a recap for Put a Ring on It. I'ma need Darian to calm it down, bring it down. Hands, period.